Hey everyone, I have a quick video today that I hope improves your workflow and helps you manage the endless amount of files that you have. So this filing system is for videographers or for filmmakers, but if you're somebody who's a content creator and you're making videos full time, I'm sure this is going to help you out as well. So with that said, let's jump right in. Okay, so now that we're in the actual folder, so this is all going to be blank. I made it just for our purposes, but this is basically how it would look like if it were on your hard drive. So we have our global clients folder. Click on that, and then this is where you keep all your clients. So client 1 or company 1, 2, 3. Click on that. You have your Final Cut project or library right here. This folder just represents that, or I guess if you wanted to make an actual folder for that, you could. The company logo, so any of those global details that you want to keep track of, even like their hex codes for their company colors, you could do that too. Lightroom, and I even throw in Logic sessions or Affinity sessions, whatever you're using, just to keep it all with the company. That's just what I do. And then this is your projects folder, and then it expands to your multiple projects that you have with them. And this is really where it gets, there's like a lot of layers to this. So like I said, so we have our assets folder. So this is basically other logos or elements that are needed for the video that aren't specific to the global company logo, colors, brand, whatever. Exports, got our creative, that would be like stuff for me that I use. Projects, photos exports, project video exports, like I said, and then I would just drag that folder to WeTransfer, which is what I typically use with my clients, and or both of these really, and then I would upload it to WeTransfer and send them like that, so they know which project it is, they know that it's photos, then they know that there's exports. And then I guess if you wanted to, you could even say these are the camera photos, these are the drone photos, and then upload accordingly. That really helps it. It just makes it really easy for the client to find what they are looking for. Music, pretty self-explanatory. You just upload all your music tracks in this folder. Photos, camera A, camera B, we'll get to the naming in a second. Drone and your screenshots. Sound effects folder. Thumbnails, all your thumbnails are in there. And then video. So this is what I'm talking about right here. I have a couple clips. They're sideways because I filmed them for Instagram, but this naming process here, so client 1, and then the camera I use to film with, and then this is just like the file number. So if I had 2 cameras running, and this camera had a new SD card, and this camera had a new SD card, this would say something like whatever the Sony letters are, I forget. But it would basically just be like 0001, and this would also be the same file name. And then when I try and import them into Final Cut, it would basically cancel each other out because it would read it as the same file. So what I do is for camera A, highlight both, click rename, and then it's as easy as just typing in the abbreviation for your client with the camera, and then underscore, and then just have that be at 1, hit rename, and it'll rename them. And then camera 2, I would start this off with the same thing, except I would start the number. So I'll show you here. Okay. So I copied that, but for camera B, I would start the number at 3. So now it's 3, 4. So now when I take these two and these two and I import them into Final Cut, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll know, I guess what I would do too is rename this like B, so that way I know. But either way, it doesn't really matter because they're not going to cancel each other out. Same thing with the drone, although the drone is typically different camera file format anyway, so I typically don't have to rename them, but I do just for organizing purposes. So same thing with the camera, client camera, 1, 2, 3, 4, however many you need. screenshots. Usually I just write SS underscore. Yeah, so that's basically it. So if somebody was like, hey, can you go back in project 3, or whatever that project was, and we need to see if you got a clip of this video. So I literally just go down this chain, hit video, and then boom, all my videos, I know exactly where they are. If they're looking for a specific video that, let's say, I exported, go to my exports, videos, that's exactly where they are. If they want to know what music I used, that's the music I used, photos, whatever. So to sum it up, the pros are, keeps everything really clean, really organized. You can find things easier. And when you share files, all the elements that anyone that you're working with or that you're collabing with is going to have everything they need to work on that project. The one con I will say is there's so many layers, and sometimes it does get annoying having to click through everything to actually find what you need. But that's kind of a small price to pay, I think, if you feel really good about everything else. So I just kind of put up with it. Yeah, so there you go. That's how I keep my files organized on my hard drive. It keeps everything really nice and clean. I'm always able to find stuff, even if the system adds a couple extra clicks. Hopefully it helps you if you are somebody who's been struggling in your file management, or if you've just been wanting to up your game and organize your files in a more professional way. If you're interested in how I back up my files and that whole process, so that way I don't lose anything, leave a comment down below, and I'll think about making a video about that in the future. So remember to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.